Rampant Rage is an asymmetrical horror Roblox game that takes inspiration from games like Die of Death, Lethal Company, and Break In and Steal Things. I want to preface this with the fact that I like this game, at least a little. Like most asym games, it's very replayable, and it's unique enough to survive in the overwhelming amount of Forsaken modded slop. This is going to be a review of the game, and despite me being quite critical, I have to admit that this is impressive for one person to make. Thank you for understanding. First of all, the survivors are inspired yet unique. It is a mix of Die of Death's random chance and Corrupted Crossroads equipable items. The way that they work is that you can buy card packs from the shop, and they give you a random ability of said category: Sentinel, Support, and Survivalist. There is also the fact that if you get a dupe of an ability that you own, you get half your money back. I enjoy how this part of the game is balanced. I won't do a breakdown on survivor abilities, though I'll say this. In my opinion, Sentinel abilities are very basic, Survivalist abilities have a bit of overlap. Also, Witch's Brew is really bad. And support abilities, while unique in some aspects, they are also a bit basic in others. One of my only nitpicks with this game is that there are no survivor animations, except for extremely basic ability animations, and grabbing supplies is kind of weird. Oh, yeah, those. The basic game mechanics. Survivors must collect supplies from across the map in the form of random props and bring them to a drop box at spawn. The drop box amount required increases depending on the number of players. These supplies can be highlighted by the radar survivor ability. To be honest, this is unique yet boring. The ability to pick up supplies is unique, but it's snuffed out slightly by the fact that the supplies are simply added to a number. It's fine, but I would have preferred the items to physically appear in your hands, maybe slowing you a bit if they're heavy enough. But it's probably just on to the killers. The killers are interesting. I've only played Zomba and Bubba as of now. They are kind of fun. I like Zombob's gimmick of respawning at graves and his unique silliness. My only concern is how how poorly his moves are handled/coded. For one, why does his dropkick ability require 2 inputs? If you don't know or haven't played, Zombob's dropkick dash ability doesn't dash you. At least, not immediately. Instead, it floats you up a little for about a second, and then you have to click, and after you click, it starts the dropkick. And even then, it still has a bit of startup for the animation. So why have the gimmicky click? And for his rage lock ability, it confuses me. Essentially, it's raging pace if it had a hitbox. First of all, Zombob can only hit the highlighted survivor, which is an obvious problem, as it forces him to target one person while rage lock is enabled. It basically stops him from doing anything for a while, as long as the survivor can get far away enough. Another thing is that it slows you? If anything, it should speed you up. Zombob is fun sometimes and hair-pullingly annoying other times. Bubba is confusing. Every now and then, gas cans spawn around him, which he can pick up to charge his chainsaw. He has a trap, which can highlight a survivor for 25 entire seconds, and also gives the cursed effect for the same time. More on that in a little. His second ability is a basic rush, which he can turn and only use if he has enough gas. If he hits someone with the cursed effect, he one-shots them? Otherwise, he does 40 damage. He also has a bear trap, which can be disarmed, but stuns the survivor who steps on it, giving them slowness and bleeding after. I wrote this before playing him, and now that I have to say, he's amazingly fun to play. I love his dash, his gas cans are super easy to grab, and his traps are so spammable. Bubba is a cool concept, but also very overtuned in lots of aspects. Side note, I really like how, if you hit his finisher, the Tix award thing just says hell yeah. Teapot Spider is an awesome looking character. I love his design, I love that he has the unnerving automatic leg movement thing that makes spider characters look creepy, and the heat mechanic is cool. Simply overtuned, much like the other killers. Its passive is that it has a heat meter which slowly increases. As it increases, it can use its abilities, which takes a hit, and when it reaches 75 heat, it deals 20 damage per M1 instead of 10. His first ability is a web it shoots, which either pulls it towards the surface or pulls players towards it. This is fine, but there is basically 0 line left. Second ability is a quite long-range T-Blast, which stuns survivors for 2 seconds, and gives burning for a little. Needless to say, having an ability which pulls survivors in, and an ability which is a short-range stun, is a bad idea. His third move is essentially Killjoy's detonate, which I've never seen used in my entire time playing this game. After playing it, I realized that despite its insanely good abilities, the hitboxes are super small, and it is, at least in my experience, nearly impossible to hit its grapple and his stun. And yet another thing I have a problem with is the skins. Why are they so expensive? I know a lot of them are high quality and this is made by a single person, but there's no reason a PvZ skin with, from what I know, no custom animations should cost 2,000 ticks, especially when at most you could get like 180 ticks from a match. Even low quality skins like Wrench Bob and Hammer Bob, which cost 350. I get it with stuff like Spirit, who has custom animations and stuff, but I'm not sure about the other ones. Also, a little nitpick, why does Spirit cost 2,000 points, but he's the first skin listed? And why is Zombart, who costs 1,000, listed second? Every other skin is listed in price order except for these. The other skins for other killers aren't much better. Bubba has a skin for Trapper from Dead by Daylight, and it just feels like less quality than the base skin. And his classic skin, though yes, I get it, it's the classic skin, it's kind of low effort. And yes, I get it, not every skin deserves custom animations and a custom chase theme and everything. I get it, it's made by one person, but is it really that hard to go and see if any of your friends can make music or something? This game has amazing music. I love Zombob's chase theme, I love the LMS, and if I could play them right now, I'd love them. But there isn't an upload on YouTube yet, so instead I have to ask you to play the game. The songs fit the characters' designs amazing. Zombob's silly PvZ-esque chase theme, Bubba's threatening and suppressive one, and Teapot Spider's, who is enigmatic and interesting. I have almost no problems with the music, other than that almost no skins have custom chase themes, which doesn't really help, especially because of how wildly different the personality between the skins are, like how different default Zombob versus quiet Zombob look. So, in conclusion, I like this game, but it needs a lot of work. It is still actively getting balance changes, as it came out literally 2 days ago as of writing and recording this script. I have great expectations and hopes for this game, because of its unique concept and fun gameplay. It holds a special place in my heart, and though it's poorly balanced, I can tell it'll be a great experience if we just give it some time. Goodbye for now, and I'll be seeing you next time a new Shasem game comes out.